Hello and welcome to another episode of Planet Stran, the show that asks the questions so you can get the answers. Today's guest is the head of security and the border service. It is Gavin. Hello, Gavin. How are you?
Hello, how are you? Good,
Ah,
I'm good. You?
good to see you. So, Gavin, if you don't mind me asking, for the people who don't know you, I know you as the kind of person who runs everything in the background.
Yes.
And at the same time, also the face of Stranmillis when it comes to when you come to park your car and everything. So, can you explain to people who don't really know you, who maybe walk into Stranmillis or live in Elms, in Elms or the halls, what actually is your role?
Well, my role is I am responsible for the day-to-day operation of the security department and portering department, and to provide a service for the students who live through resident and non-resident, and also to provide a service to your staff and visitors alike.
That's better.
I also am responsible for the coordination and implementation of duty shifts and all others concerning the relevant departments. And as you can see yourself, it's quite a vast sort of uh, variety of jobs within the campus. I also will revitalise and liaise with the PSNI from time to time when investigations need to happen, and also on a community level.
So you've got a very serious role in a sense, like, Um, so obviously we're in unprecedented times when it comes to COVID. Um, Obviously you did request this here meeting just due to the fact that there's new guidelines put in place, which is important for students and also important for any visitors coming to Stranmillis.
Yes, new guidelines, as I've said before, I myself actually don't set the guidelines. I mere follow protocol, just like our students and our visitors and the people who attend Strand and other people who don't attend Strand, who are our day-to-day visitors and our day-to-day students, which are vitally important for the Stranmillis community. The new guidelines as such are, unfortunately, during this unprecedented pandemic, is students are not permitted for visitors due to the PHA and the government legislation forbidding meeting of households from different areas or anyone sort of outside the bubble. So if one flat has a complication of six people, then that's what is there permitted. They're not allowed to permit from other people's into other flats or visitors from other departments coming in. So unfortunately, due to this pandemic, that has ruled that out, and we have to follow government's legislation protocol, or we will fall foul of it. And we have to be very wary of that, So it's my responsibility to make sure that happens.
I see. So, in terms of the actual guidelines in place, what guidelines should people be aware of when visiting Stranmillis?
Well, the guidelines are in place is obviously to follow the PHA guidelines at all times. Within academic buildings, we're all running about with sort of PPE. If you can just see it there, it's on mine. If you're able to wear a mask and you're not exempt from wearing a mask, we strongly encourage you to wear a mask, to keep the 2 meter distances and respect the virus, because this virus is real and it's very much sort of part of our community now, and we're all sort of trying to get through it and dealing with it. And we would expect for the vast majority of students who are not exempt from wearing masks to wear masks, and also within our academic buildings to sort of try and keep a 2 meter distancing rule. And we would encourage that, and I do believe staff members are encouraging it, and I do believe some of the students are actually encouraging it as well, for their protection as well as ours.
Exactly. And I'd just like to point out I also have my own mask here as well. As far as I know, you can also, for the people watching this, you can also get your mask, as far as I know, from the student union. I think they also are providing it. So it's not just the actual college itself. Your role also involves the halls in Stranmillis as well, isn't that right?
It does indeed, yes.
So what should the people? There's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot, like a vast percentage of students from Stranmillis stay in halls. So what information should they be aware of?
First and foremost, I would like to say congratulate our students. I would say the vast majority of students are very well behaved, I must admit, and they are following the guidelines. And there's a very, very minority maybe who isn't. And hopefully with this message here, we can reach them and we can address the issues as we come along. As not to forget, but we're all learning through this pandemic. There will be mistakes made, and our issue is not You're going to make mistakes, but our issue is to advise them and how to go about not making those mistakes. People are unclear about the rules and what is rule breaking and what isn't rule breaking. The government doesn't know what the rules is, so we really sort of are in a grey area. So we really don't know what the rules is. We're just trying to pick it up as we go along. The rules set out for the Public Health Authority is the 2 metre rule, the face mask rule, the occupying social distance, the in between sort of social housing, the guests over in your house or the guests into your flat. If you're not part of that bubble, as they call it, of 6, then you shouldn't really be going into somebody else's flat unless it's outside. By all means, if you're social distancing outside, I fully encourage to engage in a social activity outside as long as you can respect the rules. And that's the rules that we were set, and I will enforce those rules. Unfortunately, either be through an investigation or through a follow-up through Christine Nesbitt or Joanne Gribben who run the halls. But I must say, I must put a big breach out there. I congratulate the Stran students at the minute because 95% are actually doing what we ask of them. They're doing it for themselves first and foremost. They're doing it for their team who are in the bubble, and they're doing it for the wider community in Stranmillis.
And that obviously is showing. It's fantastic to hear. It really is showing Stranmillis how good Stranmillis really is when it comes to situations like this here, and let's hope it continues because it has been fantastic. Is there any point of contact that students in halls and also students within Stranmillis should refer to or go to in case there's any inquiries or in case they do unfortunately contact this COVID-19?
Absolutely, you're absolutely fantastic at that one. This is a call point that I would stress to all students and all staff to make. If you're showing symptoms, or if you've contracted the virus and you've tested positive, or you're waiting for a test, I encourage people to get onto the phone after they're getting a test, to phone the security number first and foremost. Under our legislation is once you've arranged your sort of public health authority or you've arranged the test, please phone 07850 712 556. I'm going to say this again, 07850 712 556. That phone call is vitally important to us for track and trace, and also if you can list your closest contacts. Do not be frightened, because it will more than likely be myself, Gavin Foster, who will phone you back, or you will be right through to me. All we're doing is looking for a track and trace to keep others safe, and also to help you if you've contracted the virus and give you advice on the phone. And we're not looking to extract any other information from you. We're just trying to help you because we're here to help you, because without you, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. I have to obviously we will add that phone call into the description on Facebook and on YouTube, and also we will highlight it also on our Instagram page. This obviously in Stran TV we completely support all the work you do in the security system there, Gavin, but also everyone else, and obviously we support everyone in the halls and everyone else in Stranmillis. Whether or not you're attending Stranmillis or even just over online, but still meeting up with people, obviously, because mental health plays an important role, and it's obviously important to socialise and not just be cooped up in the house.
Absolutely.
Exactly, because nothing. Gavin, I just want to thank you very much. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
When I done the wee sort of meeting and greeting at the start of the year, I used 3 words, and it's very important, and I do believe in these 3 words. It's improvise, adapt, and overcome. Improvise with the tools we have available using this system here that we've got through Zoom. Adapt to the situation, whether you have to learn from home or you're in remote learning or you're doing something else. And overcome. Together we can overcome it. I've spoke about respect the virus, but more importantly, respect each other. And as a team, we can come together, as we've shown as Stranmillis before, believe in the core values in the Stranmillis, and believe in your team and believe in your friends, and don't be frightened to ask for help, because the security team here and also the portering team are here to help you on the way forward.
Exactly, that's so true, and thank you very much, Gavin. It's been fantastic talking to you. Obviously, we're all in this together. It's more true, and let's hope. I know, obviously, the way things are going, unfortunately, if you look at the Financial Times, Northern Ireland has got very worse. But it's also important to know that there is support, obviously, in Stranmillis, and we're not ignoring the situation, and that we are here to help. Like, people in Stranmillis are here to help. Obviously, Stran TV fully support all the services being provided. I also want to say, as I said again, thank you very much. And yeah, let's hope things get better, and let's hope in the future we'll be able to see you again, letting us into the car park or telling us that it's full again. But obviously,
Absolutely.
yeah, just thank you very much for joining us, and I hopefully see you soon.
Stay safe.